So I want to talk to you today about the power of words. There's a very, very important message I'm giving you in this video, but I'm going to start with a statistic. 1 million times for a low-income child. That is the number of times that they have heard something negative over the number of times that they've heard something positive in the first 18 years of their life. So let's say they hear 3 million, you're great, son, I love you, you are fantastic. That means 4 million times they have heard something worse. So the net total is that they have heard something derogatory, degenerate, or otherwise repulsive, bad for your mind in the first 18 years of their life. And that leads people thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not adequate. Oh, I can't go and make a life for myself. I'm stuck with what I have, and I really just got to live with it. The next statistic is at 500,000. That is the number of words that people hear when they grow up middle class that are negative compared to the positive words and sentiments and emotions that they are fed when they are a child. And then there's 100,000. That is the number of words more positive that people that grow up in the upper, richer class in the world hear when they are growing up. If they hear 4 million negative things, they hear 4,100,000 positive things. Why am I bringing this to you? Because there's a very simple equation that I want to tell you guys about that I learned recently, and that is this. Words lead to beliefs. Beliefs lead to identity. Identity lead to actions. And actions lead to your destiny. And I have found that there's a reason that they say the pen is mightier than the sword. You see, the pen is just the tool by which we enshrine and immortalize words into the history books. That is all a pen does. The words that we say, not only to others but to ourselves, define our beliefs, then our identity, then our actions, then our results, our outcomes, our futures, our destinies, and what we do with our lives. So why am I bringing you this? This is a cryptocurrency channel. You're probably wondering, Jeb, what the hell are you talking about? You're talking about all this philosophy. I'm already tuned out. There's a reason you want to listen to what I have to say right here, because this might be the video that changes the trajectory of your life. And I'm not here to motivate you. I am here to give you actionable steps that you can use to change your outcomes. But you got to understand that it all starts with words. You see, every single day when I walk into work, the very first thing I do is I have a piece of paper that sits on top of my laptop before I start planning coffee and crypto, and I read it. It has my list of affirmations. I'm not going to go into what affirmations are right now, but the point of an affirmation is what we're talking about here. When you grow up the way that I did, or the way that you did, the way that anyone does when they hear so many negative things, convincing them that you're not good enough, or you got nothing, or you can't get yourself and your family out of the situation that you find yourself in, you start to believe it. And then you start to live it. You know, there's a statistic that says that smokers that respond to the cue to smoke with the words, "I'm not a smoker," are 80% more likely to not relapse than those who say, "I am trying to quit smoking." Why is that? Why does that subtle change of phrase make such a big difference for breaking an addiction? Because our actions are rooted in our identity. Our identity is rooted in our beliefs, and our beliefs begin with the words that move into our head. That's why I'm so serious about words, and that's why I'm so particular, and why you'll see me pause for 10 seconds sometimes on stream, and I sit there, and I want to make sure I have the exact right word, because 30 or 40,000 people are listening, and if I choose the wrong word, then I'm sending the wrong belief, and I can instill the wrong identity, and therefore I can lead people to make the wrong action and then mess up their results, and I am results driven. I want you guys to be incredibly, remarkably, absolutely successful at home, at work, with your family, and with your future. That's why I'm here. So what is the point of this video? The point of this video is very simple. Are you someone that is constantly saying, I can't do this? I don't have what it takes. I'm not smart enough for technical analysis. Oh, that's for smarter people. I'm not a very intelligent person. Or, you know, people from my family, they don't make money. They don't make millions. People that like me, they stay poor. They're born poor and they stay poor. What do you tell yourself every single day? You normally don't notice it. You see, we're telling ourselves things every single day, not just by our words, but also by our actions. Every single time you give up because it is hard, you are telling your soul that you're a quitter. Every single time you show up to a meeting late, you are telling your soul that you are unreliable. Every single time that you work hard, you are telling yourself that you're a hard worker. Because remember, there's an intimate connection between your words, your actions, your beliefs, your identities, and your results. And so what you do changes your identity, and your identity leads to your results. So what do you do that reinforces the beliefs and the identities that you want to hold? And what do you do that detracts from it? You know, there is a book called The Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I snipped out some of the words from his book and put it together as a quote that is at the bottom of my list of affirmations that I read at the beginning of my day and at the end of my day. And it goes a little something like this. Building habits is the process of building yourself. Your identity is rooted in the things that you say and do. I'm paraphrasing, but you get the point. You are simply the sum of your actions, and your actions decide who you are. So if you want different results, for example, maybe you grew up in poverty. For example, maybe you're the kind of person that's unreliable. For example, maybe you're the kind of person that doesn't get along with people because you just can't figure out how to be respectful. If that's you, and those are your results, then you need to figure out what are your actions that are leading to that. And then you need to figure out what is your identity that's leading you to take those actions. Then you need to figure out what are the beliefs that are leading you to have that identity. And then figure out what are the words and the actions that you're telling yourself every single day that lead you to having those beliefs. It's a 5-step process. And it all starts with you censoring what comes into your head. I'll leave you with a story. One of our coworkers, one of my staff, you know him, I'm not going to say the name, you know a lot of people on my staff, so this doesn't narrow it down at all, was joking, perfectly fine joke, nothing wrong with that, joking, saying, we're not professionals. I said, no, hang on a second. Back it up. I know you're joking, but I don't want to hear that language. I don't want to hear the language that we're not professionals, because we are professionals, and even if we're not, we're going to be. And the reason I stopped him there, and I had to be a killjoy, was because words lead to beliefs, which lead to identity, which leads to action, which leads to results, and I care too much about the results that we are chasing, which is giving you and me and my staff and my family and my church and my community financial freedom through doing and living out the purpose that I was put on this earth to do. So that's why I'm so serious about words, and that's why you should be as well. With that said, guys, have a fantastic week. We'll be coming at you tomorrow with Coffee and Crypto. We're going to be talking about the resurgence in the Bitcoin price. Hopefully the Bitcoin price continues to move to the upside. It's up a couple $1,000s. I'm really looking forward to talking about that. And guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit this like button. The reason that I want you to do that is because, frankly, I think these videos are some of the best content that I put out every single week, but they don't get a lot of views because I'm not talking about crypto, and this is a crypto channel. This is more leadership content that I've learned from being a CEO. And I don't know a whole lot. I'm 21. I'm very young, and I have a lot on my plate and a lot of responsibility. And I pray every single day, James 1:5, ask for wisdom, and it'll be given to you. That's what I'm here for. What are you here for? That's all I got for you today.